All right, lads, welcome back to me podcast, Cheaper Than Therapy. Mick Thomas here. How are you? Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing. And to those of you who donated, if you want to donate to the show so I don't have to take money from advertisers, by all means, my Venmo is ThomasMick322. Cheers so much everybody for all this. Check out my other podcast with my two comedian friends, the Almost Irish podcast. I do appreciate it. So thanks so much. And sorry for those on YouTube. I know I usually get the episode up on a Wednesday as opposed to when I release it on a Sunday. That's the kind of one of the advantages of going onto YouTube. But I ran into some just a shitty week. You know what I mean? How about that instead of lying to you? Just had a shitty week. Had a lot going on, and it's, you know, it's just what, do you ever get one of those weeks in life where you just go, fuck it. Fuck it. What's the point? I don't mean in living. I mean, that does happen from time to time too, but do you ever just get to the point where you're like, just fuck, you get so much shit all at once to the point where you go like, this is fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, and it's nothing that happened to me as such, so I'm going to probably come across a little ungrateful. You know, it's just like a lot of people annoy. Do you know what I mean? Where people, you just had enough of them. Do you know what I mean? You just had fucking way, like Long Island. I live on Long Island. If you don't live on Long Island, you know, this is a true story that's happening right now, is that they're trying to catch a fucking cow. A cow escape. Like, it was a bull. They call it a bull, but it's not a bull. Because if I said, hey guys, there's a bull on the loose, you would think of the big fucking horns, right? That, you know, that fucking chases after a red cape. You think of that, but of course it's fucking Long Island. It's just a fucking cow. It's just a male cow. Yeah, it's a bull. But people are fucking up in arms over this. It's not India, lads. Tackle it. It's nearly a week and you haven't caught. It's not hiding in a fucking tree somewhere. He's not on the run like fucking Bonnie and Clyde. Do you know what I mean? Like, stop with this shit. Oh, we can't catch. It's a walking steak. We're not India. Why do we act like we give a shit? Just go out and fucking shoot it. Problem solved. And it's on. And I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to get rid of Facebook. I'm just going to get rid of it. I want to get rid of all social media, but I can't because I have this kind of fucking tool. I have to kind of promote shit that I do. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's what I'm doing it for. But fucking people on Facebook and on News. Is there News 12? Is there anything worse than local news? Is it really news about what's going on in your neighborhood? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? There's a cow on the loose, and now it's like, why don't we name the cow? Why don't we just give the cow the bull? They call it, like, the balls to call it a bull, because all it is a cow with a dick. There's no horns. It's just a normal, and we don't know where that bull is gone. Fucking shoot it. We're not India. We're not fucking India, right? I got a few thousand listeners in India. We're fucking 100, maybe 6 people. I don't fucking know how many people listen in India. I got stats one time. Turned out there was a lot. We get it. You love cows. That's your business, lads. You love all the cows you want to. You let them walk across the streets, right? You can't hit them with your car. You just have to respect the cow. For some reason, the cow, I never looked into why you find the cow so sacred. But it's bullshit, man. It's bull. I mean, your obsession with cows, that's fine. We're not you. We have wallets. I like a wallet. Nice leather wallet made of a cow. I'll take it. Right? It's fucking a cow. Kill it. And it's a walking steak. It's a steak with legs. And everyone's out. Everyone's out. Let's name the bull. How about fucking steak? How about bullseye? You know what I mean? Like, everyone gives a shit about animals until they don't give a shit about animals. That's the other thing too. Like, I'm sick of these fucking, like, and again, this is not an anti-animal episode. I love animals. Love them. I was out with my fucking daughter the other night at a restaurant, and we're sitting down, and they had, like, because it's the summertime, so we're outside eating the dinner, and this woman walks up, and she's one of those women, she got her dog, and she's like an attractive woman, and it's one of those big jolly dogs. And again, I love dogs, but don't take him to, like, and the dog, and everyone goes crazy when a dog walks into the room. Oh my God! And the dog goes fucking crazy and the tail starts waggling. And then the dog's sniffing everybody's table and everybody's stroking the dog. Then it comes to my table. I'm like, I don't want your dog here. And she's like, she's shocked and insulted. Like I was an old white guy in the 50s telling black people they couldn't come into a diner. She looked at me just like that. I'm like, I don't want your dog sniffing, because I'm pretty sure he was licking his fucking cock over there a few minutes ago, sweetheart. And now you want him on my table? I'm trying to chat with my daughter. She's going to South Carolina for a month. Can I fucking have a moment with my daughter before she goes? Right? I don't... Stop with these animal people. Can we just take it down a bit? Animals are great until we have to eat them. Animals are great, right? Unless it's the animal that you don't fucking like. If it's a bug, kill it. If it's a rat, kill it. Squirrel, squirrels are kind of cute, even though they're the same fucking, they're cousins of the rat. That's cruelty to animals. Have you seen my new Michael Kors bag? Yeah, it's made of fucking leather. Where do you think leather comes from? Fucking idiots. Stop with the animal people pretending you're better than everybody else. Again, I love animals. But fuck it. We don't have to have them fucking blocking up the roads. If they get fucking hit, they get hit because they fucking were stupid enough to run across the fucking road. Fucking animal people, man. Jesus fucking Christ. Everybody loves something until it pisses them off. Until now it interferes with their fucking shit. Straws. We can't have straws now because one fucking turtle got a straw stuck up his nose. One turtle got one big straw stuck up. You know what? Look at this. Look at the straw I have. You can't really see it right now, but like... That's a steel straw. I got to, because I won't have a paper straw. I just won't do it. I want to enjoy my drink. Whatever I'm drinking. Fucking soda, arsenic, water. I like to enjoy it. I don't want it crumbling in my mouth like paper mache. Like I'm the slow kid in school who would suck on your books till the cardboard on the cover melted. And it was like, the whole world changed because one fucking turtle got a straw up his nose. Now, again, I'm not, here you go thinking like, oh, Mick's very anti-turtle. He's not. Love animals. I'd rather we have more animals, less people, if I'm being honest with you. But get rid of the straws. We have metal straws. There was a girl, I'm not sure where it happened, but I read about it. You can Google it yourself or fucking whatever, however you duck go it, whatever you want to do. Because apparently Google is, you know. But there was a girl, she had spina bifida, walking along, drinking with a fucking metal straw. Fell. What happened? Straw went into her eye, right into her brain and killed her. Turtles' lives matters, but people with spina bifida can fuck off. That's the message we're sending people. Where's the outrage for the spina bifida girl? Get rid of fucking metal straws. What's next then? Just fucking have those camelbacks? Those, you know, those camelback things? It's a hump on your back and you carry it and it's full of water and you put the thing in your mouth. Well, then we're appropriating. You know what I'm trying to say. We're stealing camels. That's their thing, humps. Enough of the animal shit. Shoot the fucking cow. Let's all have a steak. Let's call him that. Let's call him a porterhouse. That's what we should call him. Let's call him ribeye. Oh, we're going to catch the animal. We're going to send him to a farm. Fuck off. Just shit like that, man. You know what I mean? And then like I get these stats came down, right? And it turned out, which I didn't. A friend of mine works with tech and IT and stuff, and he was telling me that my last episode, Sex Life, about the TV show, numbers were skyrocketing. And I was like, how come the numbers go, right? And I got good numbers. I'm happy with my numbers. And here's the other thing too, I don't care about my numbers. That's what people think for some reason. There's a lot of comics out there, and I'll talk about some of them in a minute. There's a lot of comics out there that think that their life is their podcast. The podcast to me is not, I like doing the podcast. The podcast for me is like, people come see me after the show, and they go, I like that guy. Where can I get more of him? Let me Google him. Or whatever you do. Go, whatever. So you go on your line, and then you find me, and you go, oh, he's got a podcast. I loved his set. Let me listen to him for another 20 minutes ranting and raving about something. Maybe it's funny. It's another way to connect to people, but I don't care. I don't need my numbers. I'm not looking to be the next fucking... Trust me, I'm not out there trying to be the next Call Him Daddy to get $60 million for talking about how many dicks I sucked. I'm not looking for that. I really not. Although I would suck some dicks for $60 million. I'm just putting it out there. If there's anyone out there... No, I'm joking. I can't, because that's prostitution. YouTube will take me down for that. Right? I'm not trying to be the next fucking Rogan. I don't care. Like, I like doing the podcast. I like doing other people's podcasts. But it's not like I don't want a career in podcasting. So my numbers go up for Sex Life. And I go, but why though? Like, is it because of the title? And I thought it wasn't. Like, no, it's not, my friend told me. Because of when you upload this, it gets scanned into a system. And this is probably going to be another one. If you talk shit about anybody, that's political, that's on the left. And again, here we go. I'm not political. I don't have a fucking dog in the fight. I don't pick a side. I'm right down the middle. I'm on a buffet line of politics and policies. I'll take some of that. I'll have some of this. Oh, that looks nice. I'll have some of that. I'll take bits and bobs from the left. I'll take bits and bobs from the right. I don't have a fucking... I'm a man without a country, as they say. I don't care about politics. But if I make fun of somebody or if I say something, then the algorithm will push me down because I talk shit about somebody. Do you know what I mean? Like, because Facebook now is this place now where you can get banned from Facebook for putting up something that's not true. But define what's not true, right? Because I know people got kicked off Facebook for saying like, oh, the COVID-19 shit, it came from a lab. That's false information. Get rid of it. Turns out they were right. They're not allowed back in. But you know what I mean? So like, we talk about, and it's not even censorship. It's like, fuck it. And you know what? If you're on Facebook anyway, making valid points, you should be kicked off. Because fucking Facebook, here's what happened, the evolution of Facebook. It went from guys in college to rate girls that they would fuck. That's all it was. Preppy guys got together and said, let's fuck. What would you do, Denise or Susan? And they all went fucking Denise. And then she got 92% and Denise got 8% because she was probably fucking bed ugly. And then they went, all right. And that's what Facebook was. And now it involved Tanana just showing pictures. So fuck Facebook. I don't want to be on Facebook, even though you may have seen this episode because of a link on Facebook. I wish I could quit it. I wish I could get off all fucking social media. I wish I could fucking just leave, but I can't because of this shit. Because I have to fucking promote. People want to find out where I am. Nobody goes to a website anymore. When's the last time you went to a website? Be honest. Right? Maybe looking up a restaurant and they had a website. Maybe you wanted to find out what time fucking Black Widow was playing at the local cinema and you needed to go to the cinema's website or Fandango's website. Nobody goes to websites anymore to look for people. They go straight to on. So that's the only reason I have it, so I can fucking find my content. If not, I get buried. But that's what happens. So I'm like, what? Are you serious? Because like I shit on people and all of a sudden the algorithm decides to go way to the bottom. And I don't give a shit about my numbers on YouTube. I really don't, because at the end of the day, nobody really watches podcasts. I just put this up here for content. Most people are listening to all my numbers are from audio. People are listening. But the YouTube will stick me right down the bottom because I'll say shit. We're not allowed to say stuff, and like we're not allowed to be concerned. We're not allowed to be concerned about this week, right? Where Biden said it. And he's not banned, but if I said it, you're banned, right? So Biden went up and he said, the fucking, look it, again, I'm not a left, the bad man is gone, right? The bad man is gone from office. He's not there anymore. But Jesus Christ, lads, there has to be someone better. I'm not saying he's a bad man. I'm not saying he's got bad policy. I'm not saying any of that shit. Okay, left people? And this is not me being, oh, I miss Trump. I do miss Trump, though. I miss it's the Wild West. I kind of miss the anarchy of it. But whatever. I'm not a Trump fan. That line alone will get me fucking kicked off, right? But anyway, but there has to be someone better. Do you know, like, if someone start acting the way, like, he was at that you've all seen the interviews. If you haven't just Google it, where he just fucking rambled again. I made fun of it a few weeks ago, and he did the exact same thing when he just went up and he went, yeah, you know, because the vaccine, if you have the vaccine, you won't get caught. That's not true, you fucking idiot. Shut up. That's false information. If you say like, I can say right now, and this is what will get me put down, like the Foo Fighters had a concert, all got vaccinated and they got COVID. You can't say that though, right? Because I'm not anti-vax. I'm not anti-vax in the slightest, but that's a true fact that people who got the vaccine are contracting COVID. That's a fucking fact. Again, I'm going to get fucking buried on this. They're going to bury me to the bottom of podcasts where it's going to be the guy who watches Paint Dry podcast. I'm going to be below him this week. Hi, welcome to Roderick. I'm Roderick, and this week we're going to have a nice beige. I'm going to put some beige on the wall, and we're going to sit and watch it dry. Yeah, let's watch the beige dry. That's what I'm going to be behind. And then you're going to see Cheaper Than Therapy under fucking Roderick, the beige, the paint dry guy. But anyway, so this is what Biden said. And also, he just went on this rant. He turned to the reporter. I can't remember the guy's name, black fella. And he turned to him and he goes, He goes, look, the vaccine. He goes, you got the vaccine? Are you okay? I mean, you're okay, right? This is what I'm talking about. The mothers and the... Look, if your kids wanted to find out, about the man on the moon and the aliens are there, and because and your grandparents, I'm like, what the fuck? Nobody is concerned that they would you get in the car if that was the guy that lived with you, or not even lived with you, he was in your neighborhood and you're all having a barbecue, right? We're all having a barbecue, and we'll call him Ron, not even Joe. We'll call him Ron. This guy Ron acts the same, talks the same, looks the same as this guy, as the president, as Joe Biden. And then we're all sitting around having a great time, and you go, oh, we're out of ice. Shit, we're out of ice. And then Ron went, I'll go to the store. I'm going to drive to the store. You go, no, Ron, no. Give me your keys, Ron. You shouldn't be driving, Ron. I'll go. Like, you wouldn't let Ron go to the store by himself. Right? You wouldn't. Because you're like, he's not, you can't let him go get ice. Where would he go? He'd probably go to fucking Alaska. He'd probably go to Alaska and try mine ice. I think that was a sketch in The Simpsons, though, wasn't it? There's got to be a better way to get ice. And something like that, but whatever. I think it was, actually. I don't want to have to stop. I'll talk about stealing in a second, actually, from a comedian's point of view. But yeah, it's fucking it's annoying to me, and I'm just screaming at the telly, And again, this is my hair looks weird now in this shot today because the humidity. And again, it's not. I can't stress enough that I'm not a righty. I'm not a fucking righty. I just like calling people on their bullshit. That's all. I just like calling people on their bullshit. He's not fit to lead a country. He's not fit to go out and do the gardening. Like, you wouldn't, like, if he went out to do the gardening, you would go out after him and do it again. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, Ron, you did a great job on the shrubs there. Just take him inside. I'll fucking finish this up. You would. And it's, look, I know the problem is that the bad man is gone. And you're kind of afraid to say that, oh shit, we have... Again, I'm not saying it's bad that he's gone. He's gone now. He's gone, right? So you got what you wanted. But you have to be mature enough to admit that, not that you made a mistake that he's gone. That's fine. You can say goodbye to the bad man. You did whatever you took to get him out of your house. I understand that. But you have to address... You can't bury your head in the sand and realize... what the fuck is driving the ship? Hot Shots Part 2. That's a great example. He's just the admiral, the old admiral, and he's just driving the fucking aircraft carrier, and he's up on top, and all of a sudden his hat blows off, and he goes, oh my god, my hat blows off, let's turn around. He goes, sir, it's an aircraft carrier. It would take us 2 months to turn this whole ship around. All right, we'll put some men in the boat. They'll be able to find it. Sir, we'll be gone for 2 months. We'll put some food in the boat. I have to think of everything. That's what I think about. That's what I think about when I think of that. But that's just me. I'll probably get cancelled for saying all this shit. Couldn't give a fuck. Kick me off of YouTube. I don't care. I do this for you, people. I do this podcast for you, not for me. How do I get from it? As you can tell, I'm getting more fucking annoyed by doing it. So speaking of stealing, right? Listen. Comedy is comedy, right? And we know there are people out there that are kind of, I saw something, I won't say when it was recent enough. I won't say what club, and I'm definitely not going to mention names. I know that's terrible. Mick, why are you telling the story? You're not going to mention names, the place, or the time. But I was at a comedy club recently. That's kind of the time, isn't it, really? But define recent, right? Let's define recent in relation to when man was on the planet, when the Big Bang happened, or God invented it. There's a thing with people like with comics steal jokes, right? That's not cool. It's not cool. It's frowned upon. It's scummy. It's lazy. Then there are people who steal accidentally, right? It's not really stealing. It's called parallel thinking. Like I've done it many times. I've had jokes. I go fuck, and I've had to have somebody question it, or someone will say it to me, and I go shit, and then you try and make it work where it's like it's my, but I wrote it. I genuinely wrote it, even though it's already been written. I kind of want to write it in a way that it's kind of slightly different, but it's the same premise. Because no comic can own a premise, but they can own a punchline. But no comic can own a premise, right? You know what I mean? Like, you can't go like, well, I'm fucking airplane food. That's mine. John does a joke on airplane food. You can't. Nobody gives a fuck about airplane food, by the way. But I'm just using that as an example, right? So nobody owns a premise, but you can talk about what you want on stage. But if another comic's after talking about it, You want to make sure you don't have the same joke or the same angle of it, right? But if he tells the same story, you're like, yeah, and then I crashed into the wall with my blue car, and then the other guy goes, then I crashed into the wall with my red car. It's the same joke, you just change the color. So sometimes you want to try move the joke around. You want to do your best. You know another comic does it, and you want to kind of do. But if you can't move it around enough to the point where, like, this is not my joke, I'm really stealing now. Like, or he got it first. There's no way for me to make this a little bit more original than this guy. So yeah, it's time to move on. It's time to put it down and move on and just accept it. That's what happens. It happens to the greats, right? Seinfeld and Brian Regan have had that conversation that they both came up with the same joke. It does happen. It does happen. So I go to a comedy club and I'm watching the show. I'm on the show. I'm watching the show. And the guy goes up. There was a guy who is a friend of mine. I would say I would put him in my top 5, definitely top 10 comedians, possibly top 5 comedians. Just a machine to watch. I would go in the back room and watch him, and every time and go, all right, I need to write more. I need to be better. He was one of those guys that pushes you. He raises the bar every time. And he had a unique style of comedy, a unique way of delivering, and a unique energy on stage. And it was a guy, so he didn't quit comedy. He took some time off to pursue a career in something else, to study, to go back to school, basically. And there's nothing wrong with that. We all want to educate ourselves. Maybe we want to do something else. Maybe comedy isn't for us. So we take a break. We revisit comedy. And he went out and so he's off now. He's on sabbatical, not around, taking some time off, taking a break, a hiatus, on vacation, if you will, going in a different direction for now. So he didn't quit comedy. He's just not around comedy anymore. So up there, and I watched, then this guy who I've known for years goes up on stage. And he was him. He turned into him. Didn't steal his jokes. Which is worse to me is he stole his persona, his personality, his delivery, his voice. Like, and the guy's that unique, right? It's like if I went up on stage, did all my jokes as who's unique like that with a weird voice, like Dice. Do you know what I mean? I went into 7-Eleven today. Oh! Imagine I did that. Like, you go to one of my shows and all of a sudden I'm doing this with a cigarette thing. Oh! My jokes, by the way, just my jokes, I'm just delivering them like Dice. I'm acting like him, I'm dressing like him, and it was fucking creepy, man. He stole his voice, his fucking persona. It was weird. It was weird that I saw it. I'm like, what do you, like, that's a level of fucking psychopath. That's a level, I've seen it before once in a row and I didn't think anything of it. It was a guy who stole John Pinette's persona just because he was fat and he sounded like him. And I've worked with Pinette. I never called him a friend. I didn't know him well enough to call him a friend, but I worked with John Pinette before he died. And this guy just stole everything about John Pinette. Not his material again. Maybe he did. I didn't know all Pinette's material. I don't know everybody's body of work. Maybe he did. I just didn't know. But he stole his whole persona. And this guy went up in front of a room full of fucking people and he murdered with that guy's persona. And I'd never seen this guy murder before. I've seen him do okay. Many times I've worked with him. He's done okay. Never murder. This was the first time I saw him murder, and he did it as another person. He did it. He became a character, but he stole a real person's persona and called it a character. Now, you might go, because some of you are not attached to comedy, and you go, well, Mick, it doesn't matter if he's up there he didn't steal his jokes. He just stole his. Isn't that flattery, the fucking, or isn't imitation the highest form of flattery, or whatever the fuck you say? It was creepy. It was creepy and it was very disgusting. And, and of course, Mick Thomas being Mick Thomas. I'm Mick Thomas. I said it to him. I go, he's coming back, right? He's not, like, Jesus is coming back. No, I go, he didn't. And I said the name. He didn't quit, right? He's just taking some time off. I was like, well, what do you mean? Mate, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what you're doing up there. And I understand. Listen, when we all start comedy, like when I started comedy, you don't have a voice. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I don't know how to talk about it. You just got a fucking handful of jokes you scribble down. And the only comedian I knew was Billy Connolly. And I just became Billy Connolly for about a year. Like, the delivery You know what I mean? Like the way I moved, my pauses, because I didn't know how to be a comedian. People have done it with Brian Regan. Dave Attell is huge. When Dane Cook came out, everybody grabbed the mic like this, right? Because when people just didn't know how to act, they didn't know how to act, so they kind of ran to the persona that they knew and loved and respected. And I understand that when you're a brand new out the box comic, but this guy's been around for a while, and now you stole his fucking image, persona, mannerisms, everything about him. Maybe his social security. Maybe he took out a mortgage in his name. I don't fucking know. It was fucking scummy. It was creepy. Whatever. You guys can probably write to me and go, hey, Mick, I think that's you're going a bit overboard. I don't think that is bad. It is bad when you know the guy as well as I do. You know two of the guys as well as I do, but you watch one become the other. Like, I could do a bunch of impressions of guys I know. It'd be too inside, like Kevin Downey Jr. and all that stuff from Long Island. Yeah, man, it's fuck. So I'm just annoyed this whole week to see crazy shit like that. Crazy fucking shit. And I don't know. It just annoyed the heart and soul out of me. So, that's all I can do. But listen, on August 12th, we have an amazing fundraiser for John Ziegler, a comedian friend of mine, a guy who has his own persona that I do steal when I'm making fun of him. Colin Quinn's on the show, Mike Facchione, Joe DeVito. I'm on the show. Monster fucking lineup. Special guests coming in. Can't mention. Special guest alone is worth the admission. Tickets are nearly gone, I think. So, but if they're not, you'll be lucky to get them at this stage. And on August 21st, I will be headlining the Brokerage in Belmore. I just might record a new special. I kind of don't want to now because Paul Verzi, my friend, announced that he is doing one in West Nyack, Levity Live, in September. Tickets on sale for that. Pete Davidson is directing it, so it's like, I almost don't want to, hey, I'm doing mine. Not against the I love the Brokerage, but it's nobody's directing it. It's just people going to point a camera at me and shoot. So maybe I'll do it. I don't know. Maybe I'm worried about being overshadowed. Maybe I'm being too paranoid, but whatever. Go check it out if you can. Tickets are on sale for August 21st. And check out my other podcast with Dan and Rooney, the Almost Irish Podcast, lads. I'll leave it there. Thanks so much for liking, subscribing, sharing. Give me comments on the YouTube. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want to do. And again, if you want to donate to the show to help me keep the advertisers away while I try to pay for a new studio, it is on Venmo. Thomas Mick, MICK 322. Thanks so much, guys. And as always, good luck to you. And wash your hands, you dirty fuckers. Good luck to you.